I want you to understand how important it is to take time to settle and relax with your own energy. When you do this, when you sit there long enough, when you do nothing, I know, it sounds like such a job, right? Just to do nothing. But guess what? Like I say, it's just as easy to do nothing as it is to go back to an old pattern. Trust me. But if you can sit there in the silence for long enough, just relax your body, get comfy. Even if you hold a cup of coffee just to hold it, or hold a cup of tea or something, just hold something and get a blanket on and just sit there and relax and focus on a sound or just focus on the nothingness. If you can do this and stay there long enough, I promise you, this is a promise, that you will consistently move towards your manifestations. You will consistently move towards them in the best way possible and your best life and everything that you came here to live. If you do this one thing, do nothing. I'm begging you to do nothing. I'm begging you to sit there and just relax and sit in the nothingness, sit in the silence, be with your own energy. When people cancel plans, when someone says they were going to do this and then they don't, take that as a gift. Take this time as a gift. Say, you know what? I can just sit here and do nothing. I'm capable of that. And I promise you will be led to more things that are in alignment with you. Sometimes for me, an example of this is sometimes for me, it was listening to just a specific song that I would just listen to, that I loved over and over again, and I would just start cleaning out a closet. And that was it. But that was putting me in a good energy, and it was something so simple. But it was better than grabbing my phone. It was better than thinking about something that didn't serve me. It was better than venting or complaining. And if you can consistently do that practice, I promise you will manifest so quickly. You will also learn how to get control back when you feel like you're out of control. You are actually always in control. It's when you drop in lower energies and you start to panic, right? You start to panic and you have fear and you're afraid that you feel out of control. This is where this practice will serve you as well. I personally believe that social media is a huge distraction to moving towards our best life, because you only need to know that your best life exists. If you can continue just to make the best of this current reality and to keep using what you have around you to practice these practices, your life is just going to get better so quickly. The less I went on social media, yes, the better it did reflect back to me, but it just really showed me that it's all limiting. And I always used to say this because I would come across certain videos, even not for nothing. I love Abraham, I love Bashar, I love all of them, but they still, you don't need it anymore. You don't need it at all. Like, you only need to know that your best life is done now and use what you got now to practice feeling good, and to practice feeling good no matter what, and to staying calm and quiet when you can't. And it's just going to so quickly move you towards everything that you want. And I'm not saying that stuff's not great, because I listen to it and, it's helped me see things more clear at times. And there was a time and a place where, like, yes, I did use Abraham, but in the end, my life showed me those same things. It's simple. It's knowing that everything you want is done. Your best life is done. You're so unlimited. From there, you make the best of where you're at. Everything's a mirror. Everything's a mirror. So if you're ever getting anything back that you don't like, you use it to stay quiet and calm and just allow it to pass. And you pretty much just keep doing that over and over again, and you'll just get so much clarity. You know what you want. When we come into this, most of us know what we want. That's why we're going down this rabbit hole of trying to search for the best technique, right? We're in that desperate energy, but you know what you want. Stick to that. And it can manifest so fast. You'll probably be more so guided to music that's going to line you up with your desires than these actual TikTok stuff and social media stuff, because that, if anything, there's too many mixed messages in it. Things can manifest so quick when you're just knowing that what you want's done, and using everything in your current reality to help you feel good, because that's really what manifests everything anyway. And again, you're so unlimited. You can be so surprised if you just keep working with where you're at. And I always kept going back and forth with social media because I feel like, we get bored and we can't be with our own energy. So we go back to that pattern, but that's a pattern, that's a habit. And there's just more limiting stuff out there than there isn't. We're so unlimited. We're so worthy just for existing. There's nothing we need to prove while we're here. There's no rules to any of this. It's just an experience that's supposed to be fun all the time. And the more that I just focused with where I was at and made the best of where I was at, it got really fun. And it made me really realize that everything that was in my reality was a part of my reality for a reason. And, some things, yes, changed, but it was all for the best, and it was all to serve me and move me towards more. And it dropped a lot of my programming, but a lot of those things, they were still there, but you see it from a different perspective. You see everything from a more loving perspective. People think that we need to change so much, and we need to, others, we're waiting for others to change. And no, you just keep making the best of where you're at. And this is what manifestation, this is speedy manifestation. This is really what it's all about. You just start to really enjoy where you're at and appreciate where you're at. And you see, again, the things that around you start to just look a lot brighter. You see the beauty in everything, and your stories start to get better, and everything starts to work in your favor. And you don't need anything more than that. And yes, everything manifests. I can tell you, social media just kept separating me further from my desires. It delays the process. I moved quicker to more amazing things by making the best of where I'm at now with my family and my friends and everybody that was in it. When you start going and scrolling and all that, you're so confused, and you make this so much harder than it needs to be. But you can't leave anything or anyone. And this can be such a smooth process if you just continue to make the best of where you're at. I was always so honest with my life and where I was at. And manifestation and all this stuff made me not honest. I felt like I had to lie to people, and I felt like I was going backwards at times. And I'm like, wait, I was always honest with people, telling people, yeah, well, this is where I'm at, this is what I'm doing. And it was always so easy for me. But if anything, this made me feel like I had to lie to people. But why can't I just say I'm focusing on myself and my family and my kids? Why can't I not say that? Why? It was the truth. I wasn't doing anything wrong or hurting anyone, but it made me always question things when I kept scrolling and searching. And the best thing you can do, guys, and this is just because I've been through it, and I think I've been through it so I can help others, is just know that everything you want's done, and continue making the best of where you're at, and let those things show up in the timing that they show up. That's it. And just continue to focus on this moment and feel good in this moment with what you have. And when you can't feel good, you get quiet, calm, and relax your body, and be with your own energy in those moments. Stay quiet in those moments and allow those moments to pass on their own. You really start to see how much you are in control of your reality and in your life and in this moment when you can really calm yourself down in those moments. And I promise you, life's just going to keep getting better and better. You are so in control of your reality. You create your own reality. You create it. You create everything in it. And you have to keep settling. You have to keep practicing that to show yourself that you create everything in your reality and that you are in control. You are so in control of how the story goes. You create everything in it. And like I said, it all comes down to really getting good at settling and just sitting in the nothingness, being with your own energy, focusing on yourself in those moments. You can have whatever you want, and you can have it in the best way possible. Everything you want is done, and it's done in the best way possible. You have to really bring it back to you and feeling good now on your own. And when you can't, settling, and take plenty of time to settle. Take a lot of time to be with your own energy. Take a lot of time to do nothing. to do nothing and show yourself that you don't have to do nothing. You don't have to do anything to have this experience. You don't have anything to prove. There's no rules. The more you do nothing, you're going to watch things just unfold in your life so effortlessly and easy. You are always in control. You are always in control in this moment and in every moment. Every topic, every area, every aspect of your life, you're always in control. Always. It should always be going your way. Life should always be going your way in every area and aspect of your life, and everything's the same. And you're only doing this one practice. This one practice, I cannot make it any easier for people. I can't. It's one practice that you practice with all the areas in your life that don't seem to be working, with anything that shows up that doesn't feel good. You do this practice. You stay calm. You stay quiet. You relax your body. You settle into this moment. You relax. You get as calm as you can. You remind yourself that this area, this topic, this subject is no different than anything else. And I just relax my body and I get really calm. And I know that it's going my way. I know that it's okay. I know that I'm in control of this moment. I know that it's getting better when I relax. And you just keep doing that over and over again. But it's one practice for everything. That's what I really want to help people understand, is that nothing is different. Nothing is special. Nothing is harder. It should always be going your way. And if anything at all ever shows up and you start to fall into fear again, because that's what's happening, you're falling into fear, you have to stop. You have to settle into this moment. You have to say, okay, all right, higher self, all right, guides, all right, angels, anyone out there, help me settle into this moment. Help me see this differently. Help me see this more clear. And I'm going to be your higher self, because this is what they're going to tell you. You're in control. You're in control of this moment. It's working out. It's fine. You're just buying into something. You're buying into a lie. You're feeling unsettled, out of control. But you are in control. You're always in control. Even around this topic that you feel like you're not in control. So relax your body and settle. And remind yourself that this is no different than anything else. Get present. Get back to this moment. Do not... See, we go into our head space and we start to think more. You got to get back to this moment and say, wait, it's going my way. It always goes my way. It's getting better. It's getting better. It's going to just keep getting better. It's all in the calmness. It's all in the calmness. And you have to stick with this one practice to show yourself time and time again that you are in control, that you create your own reality, that it's all you. It's supposed to be easy moving towards your best life. It's supposed to feel good moving towards your best life. It's supposed to be comfortable, not hard, not a struggle, not a challenge, not I got to push myself to do things that are uncomfortable. No. It's supposed to be easy. It's supposed to be effortless. It's supposed to feel good, guys, okay? You've been lied to. You've been so lied to. This is why in the beginning of Lazy Manifesting 1, I give you all these relaxing practices, doing nothing, relaxing, sitting there with a blanket, getting a little swing, getting something that's gonna relax you. Do whatever you can do to relax as much as you possibly can. Whatever you can possibly do to relax, because you're supposed to be relaxed. You're supposed to be comfortable. Life is supposed to be easy. I'm telling you this, and I mean this. It is not supposed to be hard. What's not feeling good, what's feeling uncomfortable, is where you're at. It's doing things that don't serve you. It's not having enough money. It's being at a job that is very unfulfilling. It's feeling overworked, overwhelmed, overstimulated. You have to be with your own energy as much as you can, relaxing as much as you can. You got to find time to do that while these old stories play out, while these jobs play out, while these relationships that don't serve you play out, while your living situation plays out, while your old money situation plays out. You have to find time in between to relax. And when those stories pop up and they feel dominant in that moment and scary in that moment, and that fear starts to creep in, you have to relax your body. You have to get back into the present moment and say, no, I am in control even in this moment. I am safe even in this moment. You can show yourself that it can go your way even in those moments that feel like they're in your face by staying very calm and kind, and being honest. It never failed when I was calm, when I calmed myself, even though I was nervous, even if I was a little shaky, I would stay very calm and I would be very honest with where I'm at. And I'm doing the best that I can and staying kind, calm, and honest. It would always go my way. See, the reason why we think this is more difficult and we're making it more difficult, I can tell you right now, you're researching too much. People have us, I don't want to say people, I don't want to blame anyone, but there's too much information out there. You have to stay focused on where you're at and know that this moment is moving you towards what you want. And this is the quickest, best way to manifest. The other stuff is delaying it. You're researching too much. You're thinking you need to get away from where you're at. You're thinking you need to ignore where you're at. And that's not what you're doing. You're living your normal life. You're living your everyday normal life, doing these types of practices, listening to this stuff over and over and over again, listening to the meditations at night. Wake up, listen to these audios again. Doing the practices when something pops up. It's the researching that delays things. It's the researching that's making you think it's more difficult. This is so easy. You got to keep focusing on yourself and feeling good now and showing yourself how in control you are and how things can shift in that moment to go your way. And it will just keep going your way over and over again, over and over. And your life's just, you're going to slide right on into your new life, to everything. And it's going to feel so normal, but yet so quick and so amazing. You should never be experiencing discomfort, ever. I used to go back and forth with the social media because I never wanted to tell people not to do something that I did too. But I also feel like it showed me that most of it, like I say this and I've said this before, like 99% of it is just useless. You got to know that you cannot fathom what's best for you, but your higher self does know. If you feel guided to scroll, then go for it. I'm never telling people what to do and what not to do. But from my personal experience, all the things that I've seen out there were limiting. There was a few things out there that caught my eye, but even those things weren't exactly how I wanted them to be, right? Because we all have our own unique path. And yes, you do take from what you want and you get to build your own life. But I can tell you right now that you don't need any of it to move towards your best life. You only need to know that your most extravagant, beautiful, best life exists, and you got to make the best of where you're at. Because if you're living anything right now that doesn't feel fulfilling to you or good to you, then guess what? You're never going to be happy with that big, extravagant, beautiful life. The only thing that's going to be different about that big, extravagant, beautiful life is maybe it's going to look more beautiful. Like the things are going to be more beautiful, like your home, your car, but you're still having an experience. And if you're not happy in that experience, all that stuff means absolutely nothing. So you want to just know that until you can feel good with where you're at and life can start to reflect back good with where you're at, you're just going to continue experiencing stuff you don't want, just with new stuff. You got to really learn how to feel good now with where you're at, find peace with where you're at, be comfortable with where you're at, enjoy where you're at, see the best in others, even when it feels like it's a struggle because they're just a reflection of you, and learn how to and think to yourself things like, how would I want to be treated in this situation? How do I always want to be treated? I want to be treated kindly. I want everybody to look at me through the eyes of Source. How do you want people to look at you? Through the eyes of love, right? That's how you want people to look at you, so that's how you need to look at others. Even everyone in your life, things that annoy you about people, you got to go, wait a minute, how would I want them looking at me right now in this moment? That's how I always did it. I always said, how would I want someone seeing me right now? I want them to see me through loving eyes.
I don't want them judging me or getting annoyed by me or frustrated by me. So that's what I would always say. And I would always relax my body and then move into that and practice that more. There's so many ways you can be guided to see these things and perceive these things to keep moving towards your best life. I think I always go towards more of what not to do versus what to do, because people are just overly consumed by stuff and material and information, and it delays everything. Just know that your best life is done. Everything you want is done. And this goes for everything and anything, manifestations in the best way possible. You can be specific, but you got to get back to this moment, and you got to be feeling good now with where you're at, and you got to be happy with who you are now, and you got to be happy with your current reality and continue to make the best of your current reality and start having fun. There's so many ways you can have fun with your current reality, and that's all you need to do for those things to manifest. Most people are overly consumed because there's a lot of stuff around us, and we're overwhelmed and we're overworked and we're overthinking. So trust me, you're the far and few between that are stepping away from the norm. The norm is to scroll and go on social media and do all that. But I'm not saying not to not have a social media. I need my social media so I can talk about this stuff, right? And get these messages out. So that's all you should really be doing it for, is for your own enjoyment, to be, making fun videos or funny videos or speaking this message. But other than that, to scroll, it's just a distraction. It just gets in the way. It really does. Unless you're just scrolling through Christmas videos or something funny and keeping it as light and being as strict as you possibly can, I can tell you it does get in the way of what's already done. You want to be focusing on this moment and feeling good now and I'm telling you right now, everything will come to you. That is a magnetic energy. So keep making it about you. How can I feel good now? There's so many things you can do. Don't think you have to do anything, because you don't have to do anything. It's really just about you making the best of where you're at, relaxing as much as you can, resting as much as you can. Actually, it has nothing to do with doing at all. If you feel the urge to do, then go do. But I'm saying you don't have to do. You could literally sit all day and things will come to you. If you can stay away from a lot of stuff and just focus on the life you're living now and doing these relaxing practices and making the best of where you're at and doing these relaxing practices and making the best of where you're at, when you're not able to feel good, remind yourself that you're still in control. Relax your body. Remind yourself, I'm always in control. Things always go my way. Even in this moment, it's going to go my way because I'm relaxed right now and I'm allowing this moment to pass and I'm placing no more meaning on this moment. And if you can just do that practice over and over again with where you're at now, with what you have already created now, you will move so quickly to everything you want that is done. In amazing ways though, guys, because we're so unlimited. We're so unlimited. Limit your, I sound like a mom, but limit your screen time. There's so many limited things on there, and it's easy to get caught up and scroll and get triggered and fall back into an old pattern and put more stuff into your mind that you don't need, more programming. You can have the most beautiful, peaceful life here. You get to have any life you want here, any life you want. Why wouldn't it be beautiful? Why wouldn't it be peaceful? Why wouldn't it be comfortable? Why wouldn't it be fun? Why wouldn't it be easy? Why wouldn't it be fulfilling? And you can do that now by just relaxing and making the best of where you're at and practicing feeling good when things around you don't feel so good. Say, you know what? I can feel good on my own. I can bring it back to me and I can relax my body. I can use everything in my experience to bring it back to me and feeling good on my own. It's really such a simplistic practice. And I'm telling you, it has a lot to do with quieting what's around us, guys. You are supposed to feel good all the time. Things are always supposed to be working out for you. Life is always supposed to be good for you guys. Always. You're supposed to be living an amazing life. There are no rules at all why we're here having this experience. No rules at all. So start making good ones. I'm supposed to feel good. Comfortable is good. Relaxing is good. I can just be me and everything's taken care of. I'm taken care of. I can live here for free. You shouldn't have to pay to have this experience. It's all unlimited. It's all just stuff. Those things are just an experience. Nothing, like, it's all energy. There's no meaning on anything, right? We place so much value and meaning and all this stuff on things, but it's all just experiences in the moment. Continue to focus on yourself and feeling good on your own, and make it about you and only you, and practicing alignment. And everyone around you is going to benefit from that, from you just feeling good on your own and bringing it back to you, and feeling good on your own and bringing it back to you. What you want is done in the best way possible. Okay, so here's a few examples of how you're supposed to feel and how you can tap more into this feeling. Remember, you are actually supposed to feel good all the time. And some examples of feeling good: feeling comfortable. Always think comfort, because that really helped me so much. Comfort. Comfort is being in your blanket in the mornings when you're about to wake up and you're just so comfortable, or before you go to bed and you're so comfortable and you just feel like, oh my God, I had a great day, or just the fact that the day's over and you're just so comfortable in your bed. The one that really was my favorite was sitting in my blanket with my tea, knowing that you're always supposed to feel this comfort, not just in the mornings, not just on vacation, all the time. You're always supposed to feel this way. So you're tapping into that. When you're relaxed and enjoying your cup of coffee and you're just sitting there relaxed before you start your day, or tea, remember that. This is how I'm always supposed to feel. Honestly, sometimes not even the tea and coffee, most of the times actually, would just be me in my heated blanket relaxing. I'd say, this is how you're always, this comfortable feeling, this so relaxed feeling is how I'm always supposed to feel. The more I did relaxing practices, the more I would feel this way. That's why I know. So you can start tapping into it sooner, because this is what it's going to lead you to anyway. You have to say in those moments, this is how I'm supposed to feel. I'm supposed to be comfortable. I'm supposed to be at peace. I'm supposed to feel good. Anytime something would show up in my experience that would normally have scared the crap out of me, this is important too, because even though I may have had some anxiety underneath it, I was still nervous. I was still relaxing my body and moving as slowly as I could. Now, I would even be nervous, maybe doing things and like my hands would be shaking, but I'm still relaxed. I'm still being calm and kind in those moments. I'm still slowing down in those moments, right? And guess what? It would always go my way. So you're going to show yourself that it's going to always go your way in those moments. So those moments are really powerful. It shows you that you are always in control. And those moments are not going to happen often, but when they do, you know exactly what to do. And you can use this for every area and aspect of your life that you may be holding on to some stories and resistance. Another thing is to choose to sit in that relaxing state versus pick up your phone, versus scroll. Anytime I chose to not grab my phone and meditate instead and sit in the silence, I was led to more things that were leading me to my best life, to more fulfillment, to more joy, to more amazing experiences. So they're just a few tips and tricks. Otherwise, continue to do the relaxing practices. Continue to make the best of this moment. And when you can't, stay quiet, stay calm, relax your body.